Perfect. So those of you that were in our class on Saturday will know, I just need this, that I didn't use my plan at all. And I know normally I have my plan with me and then I don't use it, but I actually deliberately didn't bring it with me because I had some chat over the weekend with a few of our regular friends, and they said they feel that it flows better when I don't follow a plan, when I just have the practice with you guys and just go with it. So I'm trying this kind of more laid back, less structured approach. Having said that, I have got a really nice guided meditation for towards the end and a little starter. But I'm just going to kind of go with it, so you can let me know if you feel that it flows a bit better, if you feel that it's less difficult. I think some people have said when it's planned it's a little bit harder, more sort of energetic. So I'm just going to go with it and see how we go. So welcome. Sorry, that's why Wendy just come in. And whether you're new to our classes, like Angela, welcome, and this is your third class, or whether you've been coming since the very beginning, which is quite a few of you, just remember to only go where is comfortable and just to be safe, to enjoy your practice, and to find that connection between your breath and your movement. So just give me a little thumbs up that my sound's okay. Perfect, that's great. Okay. So just taking your hands to wherever is comfortable and sitting with a really nice back. Gently closing over your eyes, softening these shoulders down. Just see if you really can connect here with the earth beneath your sitting bones. And allow your knees to soften down to the floor. Deep breaths in and out through your nose. We're going to think about having patience and perseverance on our mats so that we can translate this into our lives off the mat at the moment. There's a lot of us feeling a little impatient, a little uncertain about what comes next. So using our breath as a tool to try to help us to self-calm, to remind us to be patient. And at the same time, in relation to our yoga practice, do we want to stay exactly where we are familiar and comfortable? Or do we want to experience a sense of the unknown as we gently move a little deeper into our practice? So this evening I'm introducing some variations on some familiar stretches. And I invite you to think about challenging your old habits for your practice. Perhaps drawing ourselves very gently out of our comfort zones to move forward with our practice and also with our lives. The intention here is that you feel energized within, finding really fixed drishti points, strong breath, and really strong legs through our standing postures this evening. So take your time coming up to mountain pose to stand. Let's have our feet about hip width apart, lifting up through the toes, giving them a little wiggle and then widening them as you extend them down through the four corners of each foot. Extend these arms down, standing really tall as you draw up energetically through the muscles through your legs. Knowing that these standing postures can help us to feel strong, help us to feel really grounded. Inhaling, extend your Dandasana, reaching up through one side of your body at a time. Breathing into the side of your body and just gently stretching through these intercostal muscles, warming up slowly. Searching for sensation here and just seeing how you feel in this moment. Where do you feel good? Or maybe where do you feel a little sluggish, a little tight? Make it your intention to breathe into these areas where you feel a little blocked. Beautiful. Taking the palms of your hands up towards the sky, lengthening here. And then as you inhale, take a slight back bend, opening up through the front of your abdomen. Let's take about 3 or 4 breaths here. Gently compressing through our lower back, but not being uncomfortable. And as you exhale, folding forwards, bend these legs, turning your palms up and soften down towards the floor, just taking that tailbone out behind you. And let your head hang here, almost rolling yourself into an egg shape. Allowing any tension to roll off your shoulders and let gravity take you towards the floor. Inhaling, slowly uncurling, bringing your hands back up, palms facing up. And then very slowly extending to the side. Let's just hold this gently through the side of our body. Drawing that breath deep down into your abdomen. Inhaling to centre and exhaling the opposite way. Inhaling to centre and exhaling once more, softening forwards, palms facing up, bending through your knees, and just let your head hang here for 4 or 5 nice deep breaths. On your next inhale, uncurling your back, 1 vertebra at a time, coming up to stand, and rolling your shoulders backwards, forwards, wherever feels good. Maybe noticing some little clicks, little bits of release. That's really normal as long as it's not painful. Beautiful. Angel's having a wee dance there, how lovely. Fab. So I'm going to show you a little variation on mountain pose that I've been practicing, and it's beautiful for toning and stretching through the sides of our body. So I'll just show you it first of all. So we're going to inhale once more, palms facing up. And then you're going to lift your legs so it's a little bit of a balance, and then gently extending towards that lifted leg. So really use your breath to anchor you. If your foot comes down, that's absolutely fine, but we're stretching through the side of our body and then gently bending slightly to the side through that lifted leg. Strong drishti point. Well done. Let's take 3 more breaths. Extending up through your arms at the same time. Exhaling to lower and changing sides. Just breathing into that extension through the side of your body. So your foot doesn't need to be very high up, just wherever you can keep that balance. Well done. Inhaling to centre, exhaling down the centre line. Rolling your shoulders once more. Inhaling once more to the sky, hands up once more to the sky. And then we're going to take our right leg behind our left, keeping that right leg facing the front. Now this in itself is quite a nice stretch for the front of our body. See how that feels. Then you're going to bend into that front leg, knee above your ankle, Keep these arms extended, and then gently bending to the side, perhaps looking up over that right shoulder. Searching for sensations here through your hips, through your sides, that come out of the stretch slightly if you feel it's a bit nippy, a bit uncomfortable. Trying to keep these arms back and up and extending towards the left of your body. Inhaling to straighten that front leg, exhaling to soften into the bend. So just try this a few times, see how it feels for you. Beautiful. One more. Coming up to centre and releasing. So you're probably feeling that in your arms. So again, just moving your arms, maybe moving your wrists, extending through your fingers. And then take your hands to your hips. We're going to release here through our hips. So take your legs slightly wider. And then we're going to take nice circles here, just gently circling through these hips. Easing out through your lower back before we try on the opposite side. And then change direction. Great. If you've been sitting all day or you've maybe been driving, and hopefully you find this quite soothing. Lovely. Coming back to centre in your own time. And we're going to try this extension on the opposite side. So taking your arms to the sky once more. This time taking your left foot behind your right. Reaching up. Feel like a dancer in this pose. Enjoying that opening through the front of your body. And then exhaling away. Gently stretching through the side. And through your spinal column here. Bending in on an exhale. And finding that soft edge of the stretch. Keeping extending up and into the bend. Don't forget to come to your breath. Very nice. Inhaling, straightening your front leg. And exhaling, bending into this front knee. This little vinyasa a few times, but keeping that openness through the front of your body. One more, wherever you are. Coming up to centre. Turning your palms, and we're going to take our counter pose, which is relaxed Uttanasana. If you want to do this against the wall, it's really nice because it can support your bottom. So you have the option of either coming to the wall or a door, and then just softening here. Oh, that's nice. Or if you want to do it on your mat, bending at your legs, at your knees, should I say, and just softening all the way down. Let everything roll down towards the floor. And we're going to take about 6 or 7 deep resting breaths here. Inhaling, uncurling your spine like a fern, very, very, very slowly. Coming up to stand. Nice. And then we're going to come down to supported Camel Ustrasana pose. So coming onto your knees. I know some of you are not that comfortable on your knees for long, so don't worry. I'm being very mindful of that. Taking your hands onto your lower back, fingers facing down, and just check your knees are a bit hip width apart. Inhaling, opening up through the front of your body, supporting your lower back, looking up, opening up through your throat chakra. Strong breaths, breathing into your quads, feeling this really nice stretch. coming to centre, and let's take extended puppy, reaching forward through these arms, keeping your legs where they are, and aiming for a straight line from your knee to your hip, softening your chest and your head towards the floor. Wonderful extension across our shoulder girdle, and just softening our heart down towards the floor. Taking your arms slightly wider if it's quite nippy through your shoulders. And widening your fingers to tone these muscles. Just for our final alignment, drawing your tummy button back towards your spine, working these deep core muscles. And reaching these fingers forward to tone our arms. Inhaling, slowly coming back up onto your knees. And we're going to take a slightly deeper version of Camel. So coming down onto your heels and take your hands behind you, fingers facing towards your bottom. Inhaling to lift here. Now be careful, it's quite an intense stretch through your quads, through the fronts of your legs. Looking ahead or maybe looking up, but don't get dizzy and try not to compress too much through the back of your neck. Taking that weight equally through your fingers and the palms of your hands, and lift these hips, gentle back bend. Let me see how you're doing. Beautiful. Nice. Two more breaths. Lowering on an exhale, bringing your whole body forwards to cat-cow, and inhaling, lifting up through the front of our body. Exhaling to arch and tuck our chin towards our chest. Gently rolling through your spine and trying to move through your back so that your head is the last part of your body to move up. How is your Ujjayi breathing? Can you hear it? Are you gently swirling that warm air around your mouth so that it sounds like the wind in the trees? Or maybe the sea at our beautiful beaches in Ayrshire. Slightly constricting through the back of our throat to produce this noise. Ujjayi, or victorious breath. This is really great as part of the bedtime routine if you're finding it difficult to get to sleep. Practice this beside your bed for 5 minutes. It's really calming and signals to our brain that it's time to slow down. Beautiful. Exhaling, coming back to your heels, and then carefully sweep your legs forward to come into Paschimottanasana flow. Inhaling, lifting to the sky. Exhaling, softening forwards. Inhale, sweep these arms up the sides of your body, and exhale, rolling shoulders back and down. So try a few of these. Really connect with your breath. Make it a really lovely moving meditation. Remember to keep the heels pressed away to keep it active. And drawing up through your pelvic floor muscles. Massaging out through your abdomen and lengthening through our spine. Three more wherever you are, just gently increasing energy And finding a really lovely sense of calm through your practice. Last one. And I'll meet you back here in Dandasana, staff pose. Hands by the sides of your hips. And lift your heels off the floor if you can, really engaging through the muscles in the fronts of your legs. If you want to go further, pressing down into the floor, engaging through your arms, possibly lifting your bottom off the floor. And if you've got two blocks handy, you might want to put your blocks underneath. This is really great for toning the muscles in our arms and our backs. Two more breaths in Dandasana. Exhaling to lower. Beautiful. Keep that lovely rhythm of your breath as we come into cradle pose. So drawing your leg up and very carefully just enjoying this internal rotation through our hips. But be careful you don't go past your point of flexibility. Just be careful. Listen to your body at all times. Placing that foot carefully on the floor, keeping the opposite leg straight, or if you want, bend it back. We're going to come into knees stacked into each other, and we're going to come into eagle arms, Garadasana arms. Wonderful for our back strength and for really lengthening through our spine. Inhaling. Exhaling, crossing at the elbows, and then wherever you can go, maybe you can cross once more and bring the palms together. This is the full posture, or the backs of your hands together. If you want to go further, then extending your arms to the sky and drawing them forwards, breathing into this area between your shoulder blades. Breathing into your arms and looking into the insides of your arms as your drishti point. All stimuli has gone. This is a chance to find your stillness. One more breath, wherever you are in this posture. And as you exhale, coming into Murichyasana Twist, taking the arm to the outside of your top leg and exhaling into this twist, journeying gently over that shoulder and softening through your face, your shoulders, breathing into your abdomen and enjoying this twist which detoxifies and cleanses our digestive tract. Your next inhale, slowly coming to centre, uncurling your legs, and then we'll take cradle pose on the opposite side. Just being really gentle with yourself. And just taking a moment to feel grateful for the movement that we have in our bodies. We know a lot of people don't have this flexibility, this health. Placing that foot down to the outside, and once more either keeping one leg bent or extending back, and just see if you can stack your knees on top of each other. Lovely. Inhaling, crossing your arms the opposite way, again, maybe once and maybe twice. Taking them in front of your face, drawing these shoulder blades forwards, and as you inhale, extend these arms to the point that you can comfortably go. Breathing into that area behind your heart space, in between your shoulder blades, and take these arms forwards to intensify the stretch to where you can go. Beautiful. You've got all lovely alignment. I'm watching carefully. Garadasana, eagle arms. This is a seated version of it. On an inhale, lifting once more, and then exhaling to lower and come into Murichyasana Twist on the opposite side. Lengthening on that inhale, opening up through the side of your body, and then just relaxing into this twist. Two more breaths here. And inhaling to come to centre, straightening out your legs. We're going to take a nice held Paschimottanasana, forward fold. Reaching tall as you inhale, exhaling, folding forwards. Inhale to come up slightly, lengthening through that spine and drawing yourself forwards. Your gaze point or drishti is towards your big toes. So just maybe extending that comfort zone slightly, using your exhale to draw yourself towards your thighs. Breathing into that stretch through your hamstrings. And finding that beautiful point between challenging yourself but not being in discomfort. Inhale to slowly peel yourself up to centre, and then just stepping your legs as far apart as is comfortable. Lifting the fleshy parts of your bottom, let's get really rooted here in our sitting bones and think about drawing up energetically from our tailbone all the way up to the top of our heads. Press away through your heels and inhaling, filling as much space as you can. Exhale, softening forwards here. So just breathing into your inner thighs. Bend your knees if you need to. But again, drawing your body forwards. Maybe bringing your elbows down, maybe not. Wherever you can comfortably reach. Let me see how you do. Nice, Christine. Well done. It's just gradually increasing our flexibility, but never going past the point where we're comfortable. Deep breaths into the backs of our legs, releasing any tightness through our quads, our hips and our inner thighs. This feels a bit like our yin class, doesn't it? Slightly longer holds. Feels good. Taking a deep inhale, slowly bringing yourself up to centre. And let's take our counter pose, which is butterfly or Garadasana. Soles of your feet together, and we're going to make a nice diamond here, so take your feet slightly away from your bottom, keeping a really nice upright spine, taking hold of the fronts of your feet, and then exhaling forwards here, gently pressing your knees down to the floor, softening through your spine, and allowing gravity to draw you forwards. Very nice. Now everybody just try curling your head in towards your chest, making a really nice stretch for the back of your neck. Just curling into yourself. Drawing your shoulder blades down and forwards. Inhaling, coming slowly up, and then coming back to find your balance. See if you can take hold of yogic toe grip. 2 toes behind your big toe, sorry, 2 fingers behind your big toe and your thumb in front of your big toe. Find that balance point. Keeping a nice straight spine, and perhaps from here, maybe 1 leg, maybe 2, slowly coming to straighten, and then opening up through your chest. Looking up is the final point. Extending through these hip flexors. Shoulders relaxed, strong breath, and feeling really anchored here through your sitting bones. Drawing up through your pelvic floor, engaging that Mula Bandha, our root block. I make it look so easy, don't I? Lovely focus, everyone. Well done. Inhaling, drawing these legs together. See if you can find your balance. I'm just going to turn around so I can see you. Again, yogic toe or taking hold of your ankles. Drawing that chest and your heart up to the sky, looking up. Gorgeous balance. Breath will help to anchor you. So bend your legs, and then slowly, over time, you'll find that flexibility to lengthen through your hamstrings. Just experiment, explore and enjoy. Embrace your wobbles. Lovely. Exhaling, crossing your feet at the ankles. We're going to come into Dandasana, scales pose. Pressing down by the sides of your hips, hands nice and wide. Engaging through your core and lifting, holding for 5 breaths, really working these muscles through our arms. It doesn't matter if your bottom does or doesn't come off the floor. It's the fact that we're engaging here through our arms and our core. Strong Ujjayi breath. Two more victorious strong breaths. Exhaling when you're ready, and bringing your arms up. Let's just gently extend through our wrists, twisting to release, moving through your fingers. It's really great, particularly as we get older for osteoporosis. Yoga is proven to really help strengthening the muscles, strengthening all these tendons. I'm sure there's a separate thing on yoga for hands. I'm sure you could Google it. That's it. Okay, so we're now going to take Makarasana, yogic squats, and I've been practicing this loads because I was in the garden yesterday doing it for ages when I was weeding. So you want to take your feet slightly wider than your mat, softening down, and if you want to sit on a block, you're very, very welcome. Traditionally, your feet are facing forwards It's easier if your feet are slightly out to the side, but it's just your personal choice and also your anatomy. I like to have my feet slightly out to the side. Keeping that length through our spine here, pressing the backs of our arms into our inner legs wherever we are, and then having that resistance of pressing your palms together, sitting upright, softening into your hips and breathing deeply here. If you wish, you can close over your eyes, challenging yourself, but of course just allow your bottom to come down when you're ready. Just letting go of any built up tension, any emotional baggage that we tend to hold in our hips. Now gently just rocking backwards and forwards, and just noticing how that feels for you. Feeling really grounded and supported through your feet. Noticing the subtle change in stretch with this movement. Bringing your hands down in front of you onto the floor. And as you inhale, very carefully come to straighten your legs, bringing your feet up towards the front of the mat, and coming up to extended mountain. Beautiful lengthening through our spines. Shoulders down, but arms extended high. Transitioning now into Garadasana 2, Warrior 2. How could we miss out Warrior 2? Just checking that back arm is the same height. With time we learn what feels right in our body with this asana. Softening your gaze over that front middle finger, looking confidently forwards, knowing that you are strong. Pressing into the outside of that back foot. Well done. Inhaling to come into reverse warrior, so keeping that lovely bend to that front leg, sweeping your front arm to the sky and extending down that back leg, taking it into a gentle back bend and heart opener. Inhaling, coming back to Warrior 2, turn that back palm up, and then coming into Runner's Lunge. Let's open up once more through our hips and gently stretching through our thigh. Gazing confidently forwards, pressing that back heel down behind us. Two more breaths here in Runner's Lunge. Remember, you can bring your knee down if you need to. We can always modify. Inhaling, coming up to centre, just adjusting, and then coming into Warrior 2 on the opposite side. Take your time, find that strength through your alignment, softening through that front knee. Lovely, Louine. You've got a really nice line of energy there. Nice, Fiona. Lovely, Leslie. Find that focus, gazing confidently. Front middle finger. Beautiful, Paula. Well done. Inhaling, coming into reverse warrior. Scanning your body here for sensations through the stretch. Where does it feel good? Gazing up towards that top ham if balance allows. Inhaling back to Warrior 2, turning your back palm up, sweeping it forwards and turning your hip to the front to come into Runner's Lunge here. Again, you have the option of dropping that back knee with control, whatever works best for you. exhaling, lowering your back knee, drawing your other knee back, and we're going to come into child's pose with our arms behind us. We're going to open up through our chest here. So take a nice wide leg child's pose, big toes touching. Inhaling, opening up, and then exhaling, folding forwards. Palms facing up behind you, and extend these fingers down behind towards the bottom of your mat. Forehead to the floor. Keeping it active by pressing back towards your tailbone, but also really softening and enjoying these resting breaths. As you inhale, bring your arms forwards, lifting yourself up. And from here we're going to come into twisted, not twisted Balasana, threading the needle is what we're going to do. So grinding down through both your hands, and then take a deep inhale. Exhaling to draw your arm through your body and bring your elbow down to the floor and your ear. That's the word. I'm losing my words. So we're coming into a lovely twist, and you can either extend the opposite arm forwards or take it up to the sky, opening up through your chest, or maybe coming to bind on the opposite side of your waist, taking that shoulder blade up, turning your heart to the sky. Beautiful twist, cleansing, nourishing our bodies and our minds. Inhaling, slowly bringing yourself up to centre and coming back to extended child's pose. Let's lengthen through our spine and just realign. Drawing your arms as far forward as you can, and maybe wiggling your hips, taking them back towards your hips. Back, tailbone softening down. Feeling that breath washing up and down the spinal cord. This is wonderful for our posture and for spinal health. On your next inhale, coming up slightly, and exhaling, threading the needle on the opposite side. So just noticing if it feels any different here. Maybe you have more openness, maybe you have slightly more flexibility on this side. This is normal. The two sides of our body are often not exactly the same. So finding that point of the stretch, you can hold it for a few breaths. Be comfortable. Two more breaths here. Very carefully bringing yourself back to centre, and our counter pose is to come down onto our tummies and come into Sphinx. Really gentle back bends, engaging through your forearms, widening your fingers, and then opening up through your chest, through your throat. Pressing your pubic bone down into the mat here, and just coming up to a point where you feel slight compression, gentle stretch. Breathing into your abdomen, massaging your organs, creating space where we may have felt sluggish. Maybe even contracting through your glutes here. This is really toning. Either staying here, or if you wish to come into either half bow by reaching back, or full bow, taking hold of the sides of your feet, maybe your ankles, and the full posture is to lift your chest and your legs, and just to balance on that area above your navel. Find your modification that works for you this evening. And remember, you can come to rest at any point. It's your practice. 2 more breaths wherever you are. And exhaling to soften. Let's come to rest in Makarasana, Crocodile pose. One arm on top of the other, and just allow your whole body to surrender to the floor. Bringing one of your cheeks down onto your top hand or arm, and just breathe easily here. Taking 3 more rounds of breath here in Makarasana. And in your own time, rolling over onto your back. So don't worry if you can't see me, I'll make my instructions really clear. We're going to come into Supta Dandasana, which is reclining big toe hold. So if you know that you like your strap, then just see if you've got your strap handy. If you don't have a strap, don't worry. But if you want one, just get in touch with me, I can get you one. So just finding your alignment through your spine as you lie on your back. And as you take a nice inhale, lifting that right leg to the sky, and press away through the heel. If you need to take a bend through that leg, it's absolutely fine. And then reaching up to take hold of wherever you can reach, maybe the side of your leg, maybe your ankle, maybe taking yogic toe grip. Pressing away through both heels, keep this really active and keep your head on the floor. Placing your left hand on your left thigh. And then you're going to draw that leg, that right leg, in towards your body, gently opening up through the back of that right leg. It's quite nice as well to actually feel the muscles on the back of that right leg. Just feel that gentle extension. Soften your face and allow your shoulders to soften down behind you. Try not to hold tightness here. And using these strong exhales to extend that leg up towards your face, wherever it can safely come. If you're using a strap, you can put the strap around your foot and use that by holding on with your hand. Nice. Let me see how you're all doing. Over time, our flexibility in our hamstrings will increase. So you're just gently drawing that length, stretching through the muscles, the ligaments, the tendons, and really nourishing these joints with our breath. And as you take an exhale, opening up that leg to the right, so extending through the hip flexor, keeping it coming up to your face but out to the side at the same time. And if your left hip has come off the mat, you've gone too far. So you want to keep that nice stability through your pelvis. Perhaps taking your left arm out like a wing with your palm facing up, and turn to gaze at that top palm. Left palm, that is. Gently moving into this spinal twist. Keep it really active with both these heels pressed away. Remembering you can take a bend in one or both knees if you need to. Inhale, drawing that right leg back to centre, and exhale, taking it across your body. Using your left hand to draw it across and then massaging in at your right hip with your right hand. Just noticing any little pockets here that you can soothe out, maybe even the back of your leg. Gentle massage as you draw that right leg across your body. Inhale, coming back to centre, and exhale, pressing away as you lower to the floor. Inhale, extending up through your left leg, finding your comfortable position through your lower back, taking hold of wherever you can, and drawing that leg in towards the side of your body. Exhaling to draw that left leg out to the side, and perhaps taking your right arm out like a wing this time, turning your gaze to that top right palm. Just gently stretching through your neck, but be comfortable, and if it's better, just looking straight ahead. Inhaling to centre, exhaling, drawing that leg across your body, just drawing it across with your right hand and massaging in with your left, just wherever you can feel that tightness. And get to know your body through your practice. Inhaling, bringing that left leg to centre. Exhaling, lowering it down to the floor. And then intuitively we bring both our knees up, giving ourselves a big hug here in Apanasana. Maybe taking some big sighs, maybe moving side to side, whatever feels good for your back and your hips here. Maybe even taking some yawns. And then place your feet on the floor as we come into bridge pose. Really engaging down through the soles of your feet. And as you inhale, lifting your hips and tucking one shoulder at a time behind your back towards each other. Breathing right down into your tummy. And just taking your hands where they reach, either interlinked on the mat or maybe taking hold of your ankles. Wherever your body allows you to go. But keep these hips lifted. Strong breaths all the way down to your tummy. Just tuck your chin in slightly so we're lengthening through the back of our neck. Make sure you can breathe properly though. Two more breaths here. Exhaling as you lower and draw your knees up once more to your chest, enjoying that flood of nutrients, feeling it moving through your legs. That's the prana. Can you feel your feet tingling? That is the magic of yoga. Sorry, I keep yawning. and then circling your feet at the ankles. Make sure you take them in both directions. Now we're going to come into either legs up the wall or to come straight into Shavasana for a short guided meditation, whole body relaxation. So it's absolutely your choice. You can do your whole last 5 minutes in legs up the wall, or I will signify in a couple of minutes and you have the option of coming to Shavasana. So I think, Angela, do you know legs up the wall? Do you want me to show you? Want me to give me a thumbs up? Do you want me to show you? Yeah, okay. So if you're coming to legs up the wall, it's really lovely if you've got fatigue in your legs, and it really soothes a busy mind as well. So you're going to bring one of your hips as close to the wall as possible, and then swing your legs around so you come up. So your bottom is as close to the wall as possible. And then just allow your legs to rest, your feet to rest, and your feet together or slightly apart. You can have your hands on your tummy, you can have them out to the sides, maybe one hand on your tummy, one on your heart, and just soften. It's quite nice to put support underneath your lower back if you've got a cushion. It's just your preference if you want to do legs up the wall, or even legs up the sofa is fine. So wherever you are, make sure that you're cosy. Make sure that you've got a cushion if you want to feel comfortable under your head or under your lower back. Closing over your eyes. And just allow your whole body to soften down to the floor. Oh, excuse me. Turning slowly your attention inward towards your breath. And just breathing in and out naturally through your nose. Trying to remain present here with the felt experience of your breath. As you watch the breath move in and out through your nostrils. Stay with this one breath in and this one breath out. One breath in, one breath out. One breath in and one breath out. And as you look upon your breath with curiosity, let the detail of what you notice keep you right here, right now. As you look upon the breath with an open acceptance, just have a sense of being held in this moment. And as we move with this breath, expand your awareness from your breath to your body as a whole. Still keeping aware of your breath, but remain present with the sensation of breath throughout your body. Awareness of the rise and fall of your shoulders, and the expansion and contraction of your tummy. Can you notice an overall sense of floating upwards and downwards with each cycle of breath? And for the next few rounds of breath, just hold your attention to wherever it is in your body. Where do you notice the breath the most? From here, finding your stillness, either remaining in Shavasana, or if you wish to come down from legs up the wall into Shavasana, you're very welcome. Just be comfortable and be relaxed, breathing naturally, focusing on the quality and the feeling of where your breath is. Have a lovely Shavasana.